What's up guys, welcome to Man About Cake. I'm your host Joshua John Russell, and this week is a very, very special episode. I'm making a cake for a charity that's very close to my heart called Icing Smiles. And we're gonna have a couple of fun guests. I'm gonna build a 3-tiered chocolate cake filled with vanilla buttercream, and we're gonna finish it with all these beautiful smiles. Let's do it! Today I'm joined by a very special guest and friend who runs an organization that's very close to my heart called Icing Smiles. This is Tracy Quisenberry. And how long have we known each other for? At least as long as the organization's been around, right?
Yeah, we probably met soon after I started it about 8 years ago, so one of the first cake shows.
Tell us a little bit about how it started and what the organization is all about.
Sure, first.
I'm gonna start working, by the way.
We
gotta break down some cake.
We're a nonprofit organization that provides elaborate dream cakes to kids with critical illness. We also serve the siblings because they're the unsung heroes of the families. Our goal is to provide these kids with a temporary escape and the families with some positive memories during a difficult time.
So I hear we have 2 milestones coming up for Icing Smiles, and they are?
We just reached our 8th birthday.
Can you believe it's been 8 years?
Yeah, no.
That's
it
crazy.
Feels like yesterday.
It does, right?
It feels like 800 years, but 8 years all at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
If I look back at the amount of work and how far we've come in 8 years, it's absolutely amazing. In the end of February, we will be delivering cake 15,000.
15,000?
Yes, 15,000 cakes.
Oh my God, I think I might have only done 15. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We should celebrate by eating some garbage cake, I think.
I'm all in.
Okay. The boys love this stuff.
I mean, you could throw some over.
Oh.
We're still here.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Tracy, throw us some, will you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Throw them some. You have to try to throw it in their mouth, though.
I can't just do like a Frisbee.
Yeah, do a Frisbee. Oh, it's so much fun. Like, just do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
And he got it! Yes! She's got a good arm. Look at that.
She does.
So Tracy, Josh was making a cake to celebrate the Icing Smiles. What would you like to see out of it? What are you hoping he makes?
Well, I'd like to see a tribute to the child that really kind of launched Icing Smiles.
This is Ben, correct?
Ben was receiving treatment for neuroblastoma at Sloan Kettering in New York.
Okay.
It was one of our biggest requests to date. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know nobody in New York. What am I gonna do? So I cold called. And this is where my naivety was really a blessing to us, because who do I call? The best of the best.
She called Kate Sullivan.
Yes,
who was like
that's
one
who
of
I got.
One of my idols.
Kate Sullivan was one
She's amazing. She has books out. She's won awards.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic cake designer.
And the irony of it is I had her book on my bookshelf and I had no idea that's who I was calling. Kate came through in spades. I mean, she did this
cake was
3-dimensional
awesome.
Yoshi cake.
Yeah, with like a mushroom.
Yes.
And Yoshi was like on top of that. You should Google it. It was amazing.
For the next 2 weeks during treatment, all he talked about was his cake. So as the nurses were poking him, he was talking to the nurses about his cake. It gave him a distraction.
It gave him that escape. Yeah.
It was something for him to focus on other than his current situation. You know, I just like to say it's so much more than a cake.
Yeah.
And it was with Ben that we recognized that. So you giving us the opportunity to be here and to work with you.
Sure.
It was all about saying, you know, let's celebrate Ben.
Talking about Ben, and Icing Smiles, what can we do? What can my fans do? What can the Cake Slayers do to help you guys out?
We always need more bakers because, like I said, you never know when the kid down the street from you is the one that needs to be served.
Sure.
So volunteer. Use your skills to help raise money for us. We don't want to let families down, so we really need paid resources to schedule these cakes.
Sure, booths at cake shows. There's a lot that goes into it.
There's so much that goes into it. There's so much that people don't realize. So I would say donations. If you're not in a position to do that, awareness. Help people understand what it is that we do. If you're a baker, you know the impact of a cake. You know that it is more than just a cake.
Oh yeah.
Tell our story. Never doubt that there's a way we can use your skill.
And you'll get a piece of cake. Right?
Exactly. Or get one thrown at you.
And for you guys, I will say, when I first started, for me, it was those Icing Smiles cakes that was also time to practice. Because a lot of times they're outside the box. These kids want Disney characters or things that I don't normally make. And
Yes.
so it was time for me to actually practice and hone my skills. So right now, you guys go down there in the comments, give Ben and his family some love. Let's lift them up. I'm gonna finish this cake and Tracy's gonna join us a little bit later.
Sounds good.
Here, I'll show you my cooler, come on.
I'm in.
All right, now that our cake is completely cold, I'm gonna carve this because we're making a topsy-turvy cake. I know what you're thinking, topsy-turvy cakes are kind of out, but I'm bringing them back. So the first thing we're gonna do is actually make a slant on top here.
I wasn't thinking that they were out.
Some people think they're out. They were like popular a few years ago, but I just think they're fun. And you guys have requested topsy-turvy, so we're gonna do it. And they're fun because you get to carve the cake out.
Whee!
Whee! Let's go a little bit more aggressive here. All right, now I'm just tapering it down, so we'll have flat here and then it'll go like that. What am I making?
Alabama.
I think everything's Alabama.
An 80s haircut.
That's really funny. All right, I'm all carved. I'm gonna clean up my crumbs and then we'll do a crumb coat and then a final.
I really, really want to do the Man About Cake hits. For just $19.95, you can get the album with all the top hits, including Pop Them Bubbles.
To the cooler. All right, now we're gonna cover the cake with purple fondant. I'm gonna roll this out to an 1/8 of an inch thickness. Once I get it into a nice mass. There we go. Why is there never any snow?
Who's on our snow duty?
Is this this might be a pop-off. It's a pop-off.
Do you want one of us to try and help
I have
you?
so much buttercream on my hands. But now this has buttercream on it too. Thank you, Brandon. Okay. No more struggles. Snow! This is a nice color purple, no?
Yeah, why'd you pick purple?
Because Icing Smiles logo is purple. I'm scared to ask for it, but I need a bubble popper.
Pop them bubbles, pop, pop them bubbles, pop them bubbles, pop, pop them bubbles.
So I want to get this bubble out of the top edge. So this is the area right here, the sharp area where it's going to want to rip. So I want to secure that first. All the way around. And then we will just take our time, go around the cake, just like normal. So since this cake is for Icing Smiles, I thought it'd be really funny and happy to put lots of smiles all over the cake. So I've cut out a bunch of different shapes. I rolled out gum paste here. It's still a little bit soft so we can get them to mold around the cake. And I'm just gonna paint a bunch of teeth with some edible markers. This guy's gonna be smiling really big.
I have a top lip but no bottom lip. Now I talk perfectly normal except I have no teeth.
He's gonna have teeth.
Now I just have a seagull flying at a distance in my mouth.
Why do you guys do this when I'm painting little things? Let's do like maybe like a Cheshire Cat. Let's do like a profile one. I want them to all look really kind of cartoony. All right, now I'm gonna paint some of the lips and the tongue. So Ben's original cake was inspired by Mario. So for my nod to Ben, I'm gonna make my own video game star. I have a little bit of yellow gum paste here. Then I'm gonna roll out and cut into a star shape with some snow. All right, let's cut this guy out. A little paste away. There he is. Now we're gonna give him 2 little eyes and a little bit of catch light. I'm gonna use the end of a piping tip. Cut 2 little circles. We're gonna use a little royal icing to glue these guys on. And we'll do a couple little catch lights. Now I'm actually gonna make these in a few different sizes and we'll let them dry, then we'll put them onto the cake. All right, now it's time to stack the cake. This cake we're gonna stack like a normal cake, except when we put the top tier on, we're gonna drive the dowel all the way through. Because they are off kilter, we wanna make sure that it stays together. We don't want it to fall over. Flush, pull up. Come on, the cake is so cold. Icing on top of that. And the top tier is going to be our little birthday cake. This guy's just in buttercream. All right, now they're all stacked. I'm going to feed this all the way through. It's a dowel that has a little sharp edge. And I'll spin it as I go to keep it as level as possible. So I'm going to decorate the bottom tier with all the smiles we made. I'm going to adhere these with a little bit of royal icing. All right, now that our bottom tier has all the lips and teeth on it, I'm gonna do the logo on the middle tier. I'm actually gonna pipe this, but I've already cut out the disc. That's the same color as the logo. Now we're gonna add some purple stars to the middle tier, and I'm gonna finish the birthday cake on top and then do a little more noodling. I'm gonna take my darkest color purple and cut out an 8 for their 8th anniversary. Our Icing Smiles cake is complete, and I think she turned out super cool. If you guys want to learn more about how to get involved with Icing Smiles, or just want to hear more stories from the Icing Smiles community, everything is in the description box below. Now I'm going to get my friend Tracy in here to see what she thinks of the cake. Tracy, come on in. Good?
I love it.
Right?
I love it. It's
all smiles.
It is all
It's
smiles
all
and
smiles.
perfectly captures our mission. And what a great nod to Ben with the
Exactly.
stars. So thank you.
Who wants cake?
Well, I have a little surprise.
Okay.
So while you were busy working on the cake, I contacted some friends that'd like to come in and share the cake with you. I'd like to invite Ben's family and friends to the stage
Yes, come on in.
and have some cake.
Brr, 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 brr. Like always. Hi, guys. Hi. Are you hungry? Yeah. Good. We got to take a few of these off.
Want some help?
Sadly, yeah. Cheers, everyone, cheers. Cheers, forks. Cheers, cheers, cheers. How'd I do? How'd I do?
Awesome.
Good? See? That's how you bake a difference. Let me show you my studio. Come on.
All right.
Our Icing Smiles cake is complete, and I think she turned out super cool. If you guys want to learn more, okay, guys. You never done that? The back cake. I have to forget that the camera rolls and y'all do bloopers. I'm over here like, look at this guy right here. What are you doing? Watch out!
Whenever you're ready.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Man About Cake.
Perfect.